Hello, hello, my friends. How are you? We are on day 3. Let me make sure that we're actually live. Say hello when you hop on so I know that you're here. I would love to say hello to you. Let's see. Make sure we're on the main page. Let's see. Where are we at? Are we on the page? We are. We are. Looky. Look, I see that we are live. Yay! Say hello when you come in. We're gonna paint an adorable little cupcake today. I'm gonna give you some ideas of how you can maybe use this for other things. Let's see. Let me flip one other light on and see if that helps my shadowing a little bit. Always a struggle here with lighting. Always. So let me know how that is. Let's see. Let me pull comments up. Okay, here we go. We have an adorable little cupcake today that we are going to bring to life. Again, this is day 3 of our paint challenge. So glad you guys are here. Oh, Amy, this is gonna be really cute to bring to life. And we're actually gonna do some black stripes to give the background some more definition, more fun, make it a little bit more, I don't know, modern maybe is the word, I don't know. This would be absolutely adorable to do on the front of a birthday card. Hello, Pat, how are you? This would be adorable to do on the front of a birthday card. So day 1, we did our little coffee cup, okay? Day 2, we did our birds couple with our birdhouse. This is day 3. So these are all kind of Valentine's-y themed, and we're gonna kind of stay with that here in the free 5-day challenge. If you want more of the versatile all year long things, you will have to be inside the private group for that one, and I would love to have you guys in here. These are the colors we're going to be using. This is black because we're going to make some stripes on the back of our piece. I have a light pink, a dark pink, not really a dark pink, pink eraser. Someone else said in here the other day that this was their favorite for Valentine's Day, and I have to absolutely agree with them. We're gonna put some yellow in our icing, white, and this is a brown. We might make it a little bit lighter that'll be this bottom layer here that is our cake, okay? The cupcake. Let's see, do I have another light brown? I don't think I do. We'll just lighten that one up a little bit. I have this, but that's kind of a gross looking cupcake. I don't think we're gonna use that one. And then we're going to put some glitter. This is just white glitter I have. We're gonna put some glitter on the cupcake icing. So, hi Dana, I'm so glad you caught me live too. This is gonna be fun. So Cheryl, as soon as I'm done, this will be uploaded in the VIP group, and we just, I know that you are in that group now, and we just approved your request. I will get this uploaded in there. You know what? Let me just do it real quick. That way, if you want to follow along with me, you can. Let's see. Day 3 paint challenge tracer. Okay. Give it a hot second to load into the private group, but it's there right now for you, okay? You can definitely freehand if you want. The tracers will be sent out. These 5 tracers will be sent out in an email on Wednesday. And I can actually send them now. I don't mind sending them now, but we might have some new email subscribers between now and then, so I wanted to make sure that they had them. But you know what? I think I'll go ahead and send them. How do you know if you're in that group? Well, Dana, it is $27 a month. So it is a paid membership group that we have. If I know some people are in the subscription box group, the VIP group is not a subscription box. So send me a message and I can definitely just check and see. I know how that is sometimes. How about this? I'm gonna go ahead and email all the tracers. Isn't this an adorable little girl Cupcake? I'm gonna go ahead and email the tracers to you guys this afternoon, okay? And you'll have the tracer for tomorrow, and you'll have the tracer for Wednesday, so that if you want to join me in painting, creating, drawing, whatever we're gonna be doing at that time. Dana, it is separate from the subscription box group. Then you can paint along with us. So I will get them loaded and emailed for you guys. So this is the little cutie that we're gonna work on today. Where did my graphite paper go? I literally just had it right here. I wonder if it fell on the ground. Yes, it did. Okay, like I said, we're gonna be doing a black and white striped look on the back of this. If you don't like that, you don't have to do the back. You can do, you're in the subscription box group, you think, do you get a box every month from us? Then that would be the subscription box group. So the VIP group, I don't send product in unless you actually purchase product. You get a discount that you can use in the shop every day. You get, like, you're getting this 30-day challenge, so you're gonna get all 30 tracers. And lots of other tutorials, lots of other freebies, all kinds of good stuff that we do in there. Let me look and see what kind of tracer graphite paper this is. I actually ordered it from Amazon, so let me look real quick. Let me search my history for graphite. I am going to post this link right now for you guys. Here you go. That's the graphite paper I'm using, okay? I just posted a link to it. All right, let's do our tracing so that we can get this cutie on here and we can start bringing her to life. I am so excited to do this one. We're gonna add some glitter in here. This would be a really, really fun one for you to, oh, it's like, I need a different tracer. It's like nails on a chalkboard, my goodness. This would be a really good one to put on like a birthday card. If you like making birthday cards, it would be a really, really fun one to put on the birthday cards. Her little eyes are so cute. There we go. My ring always looks like yours to the side. Yeah, it's always to the side. I'm serious. I probably need to get it tightened. Since I've had my Invisalign braces, I've lost a little bit of weight. I mean, I don't snack as often anymore, which is kind of nice. I'm probably going to put my 10, 12 pounds back on when I am done with my Invisalign. So that's why I haven't changed it. I mean, I think as women, our weights fluctuate anyway, all the time. We always seem to weigh more in the winter than we do in the summer. Okay, let's see. Making sure that I'm getting everything traced. It's kind of hard to know where you've been. So you could trace this with a pencil or a pen, and then you would see like the front of it. So then you would be able to see what you've actually traced and what you haven't. So yes, I remember in high school, my boyfriend, do you have a stylist that always works better for me? I do. Where are they? I do. I'll try that next time. I'll try that tomorrow. Oh, today is your mom's birthday. You made her a homemade card. This would have been perfect. Okay, so there we go. She's adorable. She's so cute. I absolutely love her. Well, now you can save this and make some more birthday cards. You can paint the little cupcake liner, maybe their favorite color. It just makes it so much fun. A lot more fun, I guess I should say, when you are tailoring it to what they like. Yeah, I may have to do a stylist. All right, let's get some of our pink out, and we're going to use regular acrylic paint today. Get a little bit of this. This is chalk paint. This may go a little bit thicker on our canvas, but I think it'll be okay. So we just need a tiny bit of brown because we don't have a huge spot right here where there's the cupcake showing. And we're going to put a little bit of yellow in our cupcake too, our icing. Not a ton. Wow. That one has been stored upside down and it is all over in the lid. That one's a mess. I remember, speaking of your ring that spins and twists, I remember in high school, my boyfriend had gotten me a promise ring when we were, you like the overtop view today? We did this yesterday too. So I figured for the challenges, it's really a lot easier because you can actually see what I'm doing. You can see the whole project piece better. But this is what I always do on YouTube. So if you are ever here on Facebook and you see me kind of front facing, it's always overhead like this on Facebook so you can see that. All right, let me get my paintbrushes. I did not have them out and ready. Let's get a few of them. And let's go ahead and get some of our lines drawn on here. I don't have a pencil. You know what? I think we're going to freehand the black stripes. We'll do that at the end. We'll freehand some black stripes. How about that? Okay, so first we're going to, let's paint. Now, this is chalk paint, this particular pink that I'm using. So I may have to go back over and retrace my face. It really just kind of depends on if it wants to cover up the graphite or not, but we can definitely just put it back over it once we have the paint that's dry. That's not an issue at all. Anyway, yeah, I remember in talking about your fluctuating weight changes, and I wasn't fluctuating in high school, but in the winter, I remember my boyfriend had bought me a like a promise ring. It was my daughter's dad, my first husband. And I remember I got to school and took off my gloves because it was cold out that day. So I took off my gloves and my ring went flying. And I was like, whoops. I never told him. Y'all, this is how bad it was. I didn't tell him and I went and bought another one just like it. That was probably terrible, but that's what I did. So you are going to be able to see the graphite through the through this chalk paint. So we aren't going to have an issue with being able to see our little eyes. So yeah, I went and bought a new ring. I was like, oh my gosh, because I think I had just gotten it, you guys. It was so bad. I had just gotten it. Anyway, yeah. I keep telling myself I need to go get it sized, but I know in my knowing that as soon as I don't have my Invisalign braces in anymore, I just know that I'm going to gain the 10 pounds back that I lost. Because, I mean, I love snacking. I'm more of a snacker than a meal eater. Which my mom always was like, you know, how can I get her to eat more when I was a kid? And he's like, she's literally doing it like you should. Like, we eat too big of meals in America. All right. So we may go back over. It may just be easier to kind of see. Once that paint dries, we'll see. But we may go back over and trace her eyes back in there. Let me get in here pretty good. A grazer, yes. You have till Wednesdays for the freebies, yes. And then if you want to continue on our 30 days, you guys are getting 5, then come and join us inside the VIP group. We would love to have you. Yeah, this is definitely going to take another coat. I can already tell. It's going to need another coat, I guess I should say. You'll probably be able to see what I'm talking about when I dry it. Maybe not. It may dry a little bit better. Hubby says just snack. I just snack even at dinner time, meaning I don't, yeah. So Michelle, that can also be a bad thing. Yes. Because your body never really, and it all depends on your body. It really does. Some people are good at fasting. Some people's body responds better to just different things. And the older we get, you know, our metabolism slows down. So I am probably definitely going to put another coat or have to retrace her eyes. But that's not a problem. Because this second coat is probably going to cover up. That's true. Grazing is perfectly fine as long as you're grazing on the right things. I don't really graze on the right things though. Although we had grapes yesterday that were absolutely delicious. And I was like, Parker, don't eat them all. He's like, you're complaining about me eating grapes when I could be eating a bowl of cereal or something like that. I'm like, I know, but don't eat the entire pound of grapes the first day I buy them. I mean, he is a 15-year-old boy. And boy, can they eat. Jeez. Okay. We are definitely going to have to do another coat or another, what am I saying? We're definitely going to have to put the tracer back on here when we're done. I have had the cotton candy grapes, and these tasted very, very similar to that. They really did. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, I can kind of see. I don't know if I can see her cute little face in there. We're gonna see. We're gonna add some pink. Or, well, we have pink. We're gonna add some lighter pink or some darker pink now and just kind of blend it in. Just in different areas. And I'm not even going to blend fully. This is just going to be very, very whimsical looking. Maybe. I guess that might be a word. Let's bring a little bit down in each of these. All right, let's see. I need water. I didn't grab my water. Blended that a little bit more than I wanted, so. Okay. Let me go grab my water real quick. So sorry about that. Let's go ahead and blend this a little bit more. Just reminded you that you had grapes in the fridge. I love it. The graphite, they are not all created equal. I will say that. That is definitely for sure. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of water in my brush, and it's going to blend these two pieces or these two colors together. Just so you have a little bit of definition, you can see kind of some shading in there, kind of like the ripples of your cupcake wrappers. Just want to blend it a little bit. And it's taking more water than normal just because I think, this is just my opinion, because the light pink that I used was more of a chalk paint. There you go. Just trying to bring a little bit of shading to each of those areas, okay? Not a ton. Let's bring a little bit, just some small swooshes or lines of the dark pink. Not a ton. I don't want that dark pink to be too overpowering. I think that's really good. And we'll probably add some white like this too. There you go. Is there a big difference between carbon paper and graphite paper? There actually is. And we used one of them last year. It must have been carbon paper last year inside our subscription box group. Let me just ask Google real quick. There is a difference though. Let's see. Okay, the difference between carbon and graphite paper, it says, oh, you weren't asking, you were telling me there's a big difference. Yes, there is. Graphite transfer paper is a great tool for speeding up your art making process. It works similarly to carbon paper, but is made specifically for artists and designers. While carbon paper lines stay put, graphite transfer paper, which is unwaxed, leaves a line that's erasable. So graphite paper is erasable, carbon paper is not. Here's a way to remember. Pens have graphite ink in them. Or no, pencils have the graphite in them, and so they're erasable. Okay, so just remember, the pencil has graphite, and that's what's erasable. If it's a new sheet, take paper towels and rub the shiny side to get, oh, that's a good idea. Because there is always extra. Yeah, when you get it, it's pretty, I mean, you can get it on my fingers, and then you can transfer it to your piece. So yeah, that's a great idea, Robin. Lead in them, yes. All right, this is pretty stinking cute. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of white. And I think we're gonna do it kind of the same way that we did. And I'm definitely going to have to retrace her face because it is not showing at all. So let's do just on the top here, just some little swooshes, okay? So once that's all dry, I'm going to show you an easy way to get this centered, okay, so that we can know exactly where our eyes should go. And then if it's not in the exact same spot, it's okay because you can't even see where that should be. All right, let's go ahead and do our next piece, which is going to be, I need a smaller paintbrush so I can get in some of these areas here, but we're gonna do, I don't think I'm gonna, I was gonna tone this down some, but I don't think I am. And this, yep, why don't we go ahead and tone it down? Just adding a little bit of white to it, it's gonna help it cover a little bit better too. Oh yeah, that's a better color anyway. We may have to go back over that spot, but that's okay. This is cute. So tomorrow we'll do, let's see, I'm trying to think if I have any more Valentine's ones. Tomorrow, maybe an Easter one. That might be fun. Or an everyday one. What do you opt for tomorrow as our painting? An Easter one or an everyday one? What do you think? Because I might have to, if you want a Valentine's one, I don't think I have another Valentine's one that I've created. I sat last night. Like I said, I don't have all of my 30 done. I sat last night and finished. I did, how many did I do last night before my iPad died on me? I did a 7 or 8. Easter, since it's still part of the freebies. I'm so glad you joined, Michelle. It's gonna be a fun month. So I've had some people ask, what do you do inside the VIP group? Well, number one, we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing the rest of our challenge. We do mindset trainings in there. There are some trainings in there, business tips. I don't really do business coaching, but there are some business tips in there that we do. Like if you want to sell your pieces, but if not, there's not a ton of that. But you just skip those trainings if you want. That's not an issue. But we usually do printables every month. This month you didn't get printables because you're getting all these tracers, just FYI. But you have access, if you join, you will have access to all the past stuff in there. All the past content that I have ever shared in there, you're getting access to it for $27 a month. And it's a lot. There's a lot in there. You can go through and just watch some of the older videos. You get access to special product. Like there are pieces that I release to the VIP group that I don't release to the main page. So that's always fun. Oh, that's a good idea, Dixie. Place a piece of painter's tape to the canvas so the graphite paper doesn't slip around. That's a great idea. Especially if you are tracing on larger pieces of canvas. And you guys, if you like any of these are all my designs, but you are welcome to use them to maybe make product for yourself, make product, you know, if you sell product, you can paint this and sell it. I just ask that you don't sell the actual design because it's mine. And I've considered having designs like this that you guys can purchase. Like if you did, like it would have unlimited use for if you were doing it for yourself, if you were just making crafts or whatever. But if you wanted to sell the actual design or something, I've thought about doing some commercial licensing, but I'm not too worried about that right now. All right. So for our, yeah, this is definitely going to see, I don't even know if it looks dirty there. See how it looks dirty right there? That's from the graphite paper. So for our icing, I'm gonna do mostly white, but since our background is going to be black and white striped, I'm going to do a little bit of just a hint of gray in it, okay? So I'm going to mix some, that is way too much gray now, or I'm sorry, black. And honestly, let me rethink that actually. We're going to redo that. Hold on. So what we're going to do, we're going to paint it mostly white. Remember, I've not painted these beforehand. I've sketched them out and to give you the tracer, but I've not done them beforehand. So we're working through this together. I think what we'll do is go ahead and paint it white, and then where our lines are, we'll kind of do some shading. I think that'll be better. So let's go ahead and get a good coat of white down. And I'm not worried about if I go over my hearts right now, because again, those are going to be easy to cover as well. And remember, because of the graphite paper, you may see the edging of your lines, but again, if you're going to use maybe the scribble technique or any technique along the edge, that's going to help with that. And also the shading that we're going to do will help with that. This white seems pretty translucent on here. Maybe we should add a little bit of that brown and make it like a little bit of a cream color. I think we might do that for one more top coat. Yeah, we might do that. I think we are gonna do that actually. Y'all, I finally got my car back today after like 3 weeks. My son has been using it. If you didn't hear the whole ordeal about him and oh, the tow company, all that fun stuff. That was fun. So you see how you can see my hearts through? It's totally fine, okay? Do you like being able to hear me think through the process? I'm glad. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. Y'all can get a definitely, I don't know if I want you to hear all my thought process. You guys might be like, oh, what is that girl thinking? Okay, I put a tiny bit of brown. Tiny bit of brown inside our, why did that go off? Hold on, let me look. I'm looking up comments here for you. And it timed out on me. I'm not sure why. There we go. Oh, that's much better. I'm gonna lift it up and show it to you here. Oh, that's much better. It's probably hard to tell. It just looks kind of like a cream, more like a vanilla icing, I guess is the right word. Right there. Now we're going to bring some of these lines to life with a paint pen later. I am definitely someone that moves her piece around a lot, so don't be afraid to do that. Did anybody hear Mindset Monday this morning? I think a couple of you guys were here. I gave some ideas to get out of a creative funk, and that's why I started this, because I've been in a little bit of a creative funk. By the way, we added 2 new items to the shop today, and they're absolutely adorable. A little floral bunny stacked set, which is so cute. And then we did last year inside our subscription box group, we did pom-pom bunnies, and so you can now get those in the shop. They're fun. But if you're a subscription box member, use your link because you get a special discount. Ooh, I did have sprinkles on it. We're gonna put glitter on it for sure. Ooh, that would be fun, Amy. She said to make foam clay hearts and then put them on here. Ooh, that would be fun. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna go ahead and, so if I don't color in all this heart and then I go to paint it red, it's gonna look like different colors because it's trying to cover 2 different colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat on here. Our red would just have different undertones to it if you didn't cover the whole thing. All right, there we go. I can still see the lines. It may be hard for you, but I can definitely still see the lines. All right, oh, we didn't do this one. Hold on. We didn't get this little heart. All right, there we go. Let's try this one up. I was gonna add a little bit of yellow. Maybe we'll do it real quick before we, just a tinge, and maybe we'll do that where our lines are. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of a bright yellow, but I kind of like it. It is a bright yellow, and I don't think it was supposed to go through there. Yep, it is. We're just gonna fix that. Adding the brown to the white was a great choice. Yeah, I think it definitely helps. Just make it pop out from the canvas a little bit more. So these right here are just kind of like the lines resembling like you squeezing on your icing. Now let's blend that in a little bit more, kind of like we did the yellow at the bottom, or the pink at the bottom. Let's do a little bit of blending. That way it's not so harsh of a line. It's still kind of a harsh line, but I think it's okay. We could even mix in some. Okay, I like that. So now I'm taking some of the white that I used, and we're gonna kind of blend it. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Much better. There we go. See how it kind of blends that yellow in? So the more that you do things like this, the more you may lose your lines underneath, okay? So just take that into consideration. I will show you how to fix that. I mean, we're gonna fix it down here on the little cupcake wrapper with her eyes. We're gonna fix it, so that's not an issue. But just know that the more you work with paint and move it around on your piece, you are going to lose some of those lines. And I mean, I just say that because you may lose some of your heart lines. Michelle, you're at work, but you caught me. I love it. I love it. So I went out. Oh no, actually that's part of the icing there. Okay. Let's blend that one a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. There we go. You did get your cupcake with your gel pens. Oh my goodness, not the same, but having fun. Oh, post a picture, Michelle. That would be really fun to see how to do this with the paint pens. So I think we're gonna do pink hearts as well, the dark pink, okay? I think we're gonna do dark pink. So we're gonna let that dry a little bit. Let's go ahead and let's dry it up. Let's go ahead and do our face on the bottom. So you can still see some of my canvas through the heart, but remember, we're gonna be covering those up. Can you see that? You can still see some of my canvas, but that's okay because we're gonna be covering that up, okay? You know what? I'm thinking even more. Let's take some actual white. Actual white, because remember we blended brown with this. But I think I want to blend white in it to highlight it some more, okay? Let's just put a little bit of white in it and some spots to brighten it up a little bit. That way it doesn't look so, I still want it to look like white icing. And we should have done some yellow up here too. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Now let's mix it. Not sure why I didn't do that at first, but oh, that makes it look much cuter. Much better. How did we forget the top of our peak? Okay, I like that. Sorry for the shadowing or the bright shininess of it. Oh, meringue. It does kind of look like meringue, doesn't it? I don't know how to spell, actually, M-E-R-I-N-G. I don't know how to spell it either, Michelle. Yes, Amy, I'm so glad you saw that because I did need yellow up there. All right, so again, this may take a couple coats. Let's go ahead and do our pink heart. It may take a couple coats though. So I'm just following the tracing underneath, okay? If you can't see it, again, I'll show you how we can, I mean, you can freehand a heart there if you're comfortable with that, or you can retrace them over the top. Oh, now this looks yummy. Oh, this looks so yummy. Ah, my goodness. This makes me happy. I just love it. Oh my goodness. I think I'm in love. I think I'm in love. Don't you love when you can paint things and it happens? This is exactly why I was like, I was trying to think. I had a conversation with my husband last week and I'm like, I'm just in a creative funk. I don't feel like I'm bringing anything new to my page. I'm not being inspired and I'm just frustrated. And so I had seen some people personally doing a 30-day paint challenge in January. And I was like, you know what? Just because I didn't start on January 1st doesn't mean that I can't do it. So I committed to myself to paint for 30 days because I figured it would help me get out of my funk. So there is a heart here. There's a heart here. We can see the bottom of it. And there's a heart here. Those are hard to see. And so I may freehand those, but you can go back and trace over them as well. Anyway, I was like, you know what? Let's just have fun with this and do it in the private group. And so that's how that came to be. And then I was like, well, I mean, we got to have fun with the people on the main page too. And so that's why you guys are getting 5 days of it. So that is where this paint challenge was born from. When I did my planning for the year, this was not on the agenda, just FYI. And that's one thing that I want you to know if you're in business, is that just because it's on the agenda doesn't mean, like, if something changes, that's totally okay. I want you to lean into that, because that's when you're going to be inspired the most, is when you're able to lean into that. And there are still things on the calendar that I'm doing, but this was not one of them. But I was like, I'm doing it anyway, even though it wasn't planned. I didn't promote it probably the way that I should have. I didn't do any of that. And you know what? But it wasn't about that. And I want you guys to know that. Yes, learn to pivot. I want you guys to know that it wasn't about, well, this sounds absolutely rude, so I shouldn't say that when I say that it wasn't about you guys, because that's not what this was born from. It was to help me come out of my creative funk I was in. And then I was like, I'm literally teach you guys every day to be creative. And so you guys are no different. And I know you guys get in funks. And so I was like, let's do it together. And that's where it came from. And I'm absolutely loving it. Oh, wow. That yellow really makes this pop. Yeah. I mean, we could have used if you don't like the yellow, we could have used a very faint hint of gray. And if you're really good at shading, this is how I shade. This is probably not how a professional painter would teach you to shade, but it works for me. And I want you to also lean into that. If something feels good to you, even though it's not and you guys, these are not going to take 2 coats. That's cool. If something feels good to you, even though it may not be the way that it is supposed to be done, I mean, if it feels good to you, then you do it. I can still see a line here, but I think we're gonna use a color, and we're gonna use our scribble technique on some of this. So I think those lines will go away. This is adorable, you guys, and we haven't even put her face on. And just by looking at the tracing, you guys said, oh my gosh, her face is adorable. So, should we put icing on the whole, glitter. I was gonna put glitter on the icing. Should we put glitter on the hearts as well, or just the icing? Oh my goodness, this is so cute. Hello, Debbie. Oh, this is so cute. I'm loving it. And seriously, her face isn't even on there yet. So we're probably gonna use a paint pen for her face. It's just gonna make life a lot easier. And since we can't see her face, I can see a faint part down here. And if you're worried about seeing it, go ahead and, if your paint isn't dry, that chalk paint dried really fast, we can just put a little bit of paint there and cover it up. But that probably isn't even gonna be seen. Right there. And let's just do this on all of them in case that dries a different color. We'll just act like that's a little highlight down here. Like I said, you may not even be able to see it after it dries. Okay, let's dry that up just a little bit. Yeah, we do need to do another coat of paint on the hearts. I don't know if you can tell on this one right here, but you can see through it. So we'll go back through and do another coat of paint. But I want to know, tell me. Should we do I have pink glitter? I was going to use this white glitter on our icing, but we can do a little sprinkle of pink or yellow. Is that too pink? That's probably too pink. Ooh, I like this pink. Let's use this pink. So when we're all done, we're gonna put some Mod Podge over it. Where do you find the printouts? Cheryl or Robin, can you send her the link to the Daisy Dreammakers group that she requested access to? They are in there, Cheryl. Everything is in guides. I will do a run through on that page for you that tells people how to use the group, because I know that that can vary by group. And so I can do that for you. This is getting in my paint up there. Okay. I want to be able to lay this as close to where it should be as I can. Is that tan on the top layer of the cupcakes? Yes, right here. So that's like you see in the cupcake. We didn't have to do that. You could have done it all icing, but I just wanted to show a little bit of the cupcake. So we're going to trace, or I'm sorry. We're going to cut this out. And I'm going to cut a small piece of graphite paper as well, because I don't want the graphite paper. And you know what? I should have actually just cut this out altogether so it was the exact size, but we're going to do that now. Now remember, this is going to get on the back of your hands, but it's okay. All right, so let's go ahead. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. Just so it's not laying everywhere else to get gunk on the rest of your piece. It makes the cupcake look more 3D, does it? Well, I like that idea. Okay, so we're gonna place this right here. Remember, this is erasable, okay? Remember we said that? Meaning the graphite paper. So if we get any mess ups, if you have an eraser, you can erase it. You just might need to be very, very careful when you are doing that over paint. And I know where my fingers are pressing is going to press graphite onto our pink. Okay. And it didn't too bad, you guys. Okay, that's probably super hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can get it up a little bit closer. Okay, you can see it now. All right. So we want the eyes to be mostly white. So we're gonna do our white paint pen. And we're gonna do most of the eye white. Well, we're gonna do all the eye white, but we can go back over and add our black, okay? If you guys look at something like this, a drawing like this, and you're like, there's no way I could paint her eye like that or anything like that, if you ever think any of that, like literally that's where paint pens are going to become your best friend. Now it may take us a bit to get the black on here because it's going to take a little bit of time for this white to dry. Only because I pressed it on. And so I like flooded it and then kind of moved it around. See how it's kind of flooded there, and then it's easy to move around. You just need to be very, very careful if you go to do your flooding like this on your canvas or any piece, because it can get out of the line really fast, and then I would have white everywhere else, and it can be a little difficult to clean up. I mean, we would roll with it and call it a happy mistake, but I mean, we still try to avoid some things like that. Okay. That's good. I think that's super good. Oh my goodness. I am so happy to see this turn out. It's going to be so precious. All right. With our black, I'm just going to use this small, but we're going to make a thicker line, okay? With that and her eyelashes in her mouth. Now, we're also going to outline her eye, but just we have to wait until the white dries. So we're gonna trace some of this. I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker. See how I did that? So I took that line and just made it a little bit thicker. And then let's do the same for this one. And again, the same for this one. I just brought each side to a point as well. Okay, now this is where I want you to use the power of the flick of your wrist, okay? I literally want you to turn your piece to where her eyelashes are the most comfortable for you to flick, okay? So that is going to be different for everyone. But I want you to flick versus just drawing a line, because it's going to make the back side of your eyelash thinner. Okay, so it's gonna like elongate itself and just be a little bit thinner. So and they're not all going to be the same. Okay, look, I got this side bigger than this side. I don't even care. I think it's cute. I don't even care. I mean, I could go and try and make this side a little bit bigger, but when you begin to do that, you're opening yourself up for a lot more errors. So sometimes it's easy to just go with something if you mess it up, because you could really mess it up later. And we don't want to do that. Ooh, I have an idea, I have an idea, I have an idea. I was gonna do black and white background. We're gonna do aqua. We are gonna do aqua. OMG. Yep, that's what we're doing. I can already see it. Although I want it to be lighter than this, so we're gonna lighten this up quite a bit. All right, let's go ahead and do her mouth. Now, for her mouth, we're gonna follow our line just like that. But I want it to be thicker, like at the bottom. So we're going to start here and make it thicker. Kind of like we did her eyebrows, okay? And then we're gonna color that in. Okay, so it gives her just a little bit more definition and shape to her mouth. So cute, so cute. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. Now, we're going to do a line here at the bottom. I don't know, you can see it here. Hold on, let me grab it. It has a line at the bottom of her eyes. Okay, we're gonna do that with a black paint pen, but we have to come back to that because that white is still not dry. So let's do this. We're gonna do our mint color now, and we're gonna do some stripes on the background. But I don't want to get my where am I looking for? I don't want to get my canvas and all these paints. We're gonna pick these up real quick. And if you are better than me, you won't use too much paint. I always use too much paint. Always, always, always. It's a thing. There we go. It's still a little messy there, but that's all right. Just don't cut yourself on your look. And I didn't spend any money on a paper plate or a foil or parchment paper or anything like that. I bought the glass one time and it works. All right, now here is where we can seem to let our, what's the word? Our perfectionism take hold when we do the stripes along the back. You may have noticed your tracer does not have a stripe. And so you can use, that's probably way too much. You can use, what am I saying? A ruler if you want to, let's see. Let's go ahead and paint the whole thing. I'm getting now some flat brushes. That's what I'm trying to reach and do for right now. Okay, there's another one. That's what I want. I am using all bottles today. Yep. I'm trying to do some different things. And so yes, I'm doing all bottles. All right. We have some white and I'm just going to do a quick coat of white on the whole thing. And it's totally fine if I don't get right up to where I need to be on the cupcake or anything, okay? Don't worry about that. Basically, what we're doing, you could use an eraser and erase all your graphite that may have leaked, you know, onto other, not really leaked, but transferred onto other parts of your painting. But I don't mind just painting. And I think most of your canvas should be painted anyway because it's just going to help seal it. So this just ensures that we have our canvas painted as well. Some people would say, well, why didn't you do that first? Well, where it may have seemed easier at first, you would know that you still have to do this at the end because you still are going to have, even if you paint it, you're going to have graphite markings. Oh, you guys, this is so stinking cute. I think I'm in love. Remember, if you guys are in our subscription box group, this is not the VIP group, but the subscription box group, we are crafting tonight. Tonight at 8 o'clock is we're going to be putting together our Valentine's mailbox that many of you had probably seen. Oh, this is just so cute. Hello, Rita. I would rather you be here late than never, my friend. Let's go ahead and we'll just use this side of the brush. I'm just going to mix because I want this to be a lot lighter. We're just going to bring on all this white paint here and do that. I have got to get better at putting less paint on my piece. So here's one thing that this has made me realize how much paint I waste, because it's so easy to put it on a plate and then roll the plate up and throw it away, and I never really saw it. But now I have to scrape off paint from my table, and it really makes me think of how much paint I waste. So I have got to get better about that. You finally got your subscription box. You can't wait. You're welcome. Yes, we sent chocolates this month. Our taffy was a little bit behind due to, you know, all the shipping woes that are happening in the world right now. And you guys, can we just talk about that? When did that happen? Why did that happen? I mean, obviously when COVID hit, we had shipping woes, but gosh, why is it a struggle right now? All right, we are going to do this. We're gonna split. So we're gonna do one right here in the middle. Now these, you do want to make sure that you get butted up close to, we're gonna do a line here, okay? Now, like I said, you can definitely, I think that big of a stripe is what we want. You can definitely go put these, like you can use a, what am I saying? A ruler. And I am, however, going to use that right here, just so I can get a straight line as close as I can. I mean, again, this isn't going to be perfect. There we go. This is the only, well, we may have to do it one more time. This is where your straight brushes like this come into play. I typically use round brushes, but straight brush is going to work perfectly here. That look about right to you? I think it does. And then how far, how blah, blah, blah. How tall is it? Probably about there. It might be a little bit thicker, but that's okay. We're gonna run with it. I got too much paint on my brush here. There we go. And then let's do one over here. There's a big glob of paint right there. That was yucky. This side looks maybe a little thinner. I may have to go back up. Oh yeah, that side's definitely going down. We don't want it crooked. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I definitely want the feeling of their straight. There we go. This may require a couple coats on this, but I'm not going to do it on the stripes. Oh, this stripe background is going to be cute. It is a daisy ruler. These are in the shop. Yes, they are. And I'm thinking about offering an acrylic one. I like the wood, but I love acrylic. So I thought about offering an acrylic one. And I'm going to. I just have not sat down to cut one yet. Y'all, this is so cute. Okay, let's say right about here to the top. Oops. Does that look good to you? Well, that's crooked. Let's go a little bit more closer to the heart there. There we go. Look at that. This is so precious. We don't have our eyes done. We don't even have glitter on it, you guys. This is so cute. Yes, acrylic would be easier to wipe paint off of. Doing acrylic, or yes, I love it. All right, so you know this is not perfect. This is skinnier over here than it is over there, but I don't care. We're going with it. So we have 2 up there. We need 2 down here. So we need one about right here, maybe. Did I do that right? We're gonna see. I want that to look more straight though. This one definitely does not look straight. Okay, and then we're gonna go over here and do the other side. You like the color? I love this. So it was aquamarine, but I obviously remember I added white to it. Yeah, teal mint is what I would have preferred to use, but I don't have any. Okay, now from here down, right? Look how perfect we got that. Just don't put a ruler up next to it, right? I mean, you can trace your line with a ruler, but don't measure. Because you'll be like, oh, it's not perfect. And what did I tell you earlier? I said this was the part that was definitely going to test your perfectionism. If you struggle with this part of it, you may struggle with some perfectionism, which we all do, but this is a good exercise to try to help you to forget. Not everything can be perfect. All right, you guys, this is absolutely precious. Again. Look at all of that paint that I have wasted. You know what? I don't even care that, where is my paint? Is this it? Yeah. I don't even care if I added white to this. I'm putting it back in here. I am putting it back in here. I am not going to let that go to waste. Look at all that. I mean, it's dripping. We'll just shake it up really good. And I like the aqua mint or the teal mint anyway, so it just looks more like the color I want it to be. Goodness gracious, we made a ton. There we go. Not quite much in that one. Look at there, look at there. Now that'll come off easy when it's dry. Oh, Sherry, you just had your last student you tutor. I love it. What do you tutor? Like, oh gosh, we do need to go over those lines. And I just put all that paint up. Maybe it's just this one. Yeah, maybe it's just this one. That one looks kind of bare. Look, we even got enough paint on our table to just still put a second coat on some of these. That's so funny. That tells you that I use way too much paint. There we go. So cute. Okay, so let's finish the eyes. And then, oh goodness, we still have another. Y'all, this is a long one. How long have we been live? An hour. How fun. I need to get the laser running. You all loved the special that we had this past weekend. I think my goal, I had a goal. I wanted to sell 50. I wanted 50 people. That's what I could commit to on the laser. And you guys, we did it. I think 50 of you got some. Like right at like 48 or something. So that's awesome. I didn't have to tell anybody, oh my gosh, it's sold out. However, you can't get it anymore because it was a special. It was so cute. So cute. I'll show it to you again. But we're going to do that. You know, maybe we're going to do that more often. So we have the exclusive kits inside the VIP group that they get access to. And then we'll have exclusives here on the page that will only be available for a limited time to everybody though. Kind of cool to get some pieces that not everybody's gonna have. It's definitely gonna be a unique if there's only 50 of them in the world, right? Okay, so absolutely precious. This is dry. I feel like it's just really thick. So instead of using my fine point pen, I mean, we're still gonna use it to draw that little line there, but we're gonna use our fat. Where is my fat one? Here it is. You gave them a leg up on twice a week and they go to preschool the other 2 days and have Fridays off. Awesome. Parents that want their preschoolers ready for kindergarten. I love that. What a time, you guys. I miss my babies being little. I'm going to tell you that right now. So this black part, we're going to make it pretty big, okay? We don't want just a small dot in here. We want it to be big, big and bright. Look at that. Oh my goodness, you guys. Y'all are gonna love 30 days of this. How fun is this, you guys? I don't think that I have created like this in a while. And let me tell you, that's probably why I was in a creative funk. This is where my perfectionism shows, is in eyes. Is that not the cutest stinking thing ever? Her face is kissable. I love it. Right? I don't have the patience for preschoolers either. Actually, I think it's with my children. I probably would with preschoolers, maybe. I mean, I loved, oops, I got a little bit of it there. That's okay. Got a little bit thick there. So we're just gonna kind of do her bottom. Just like that. If you want to do a couple little eyelashes down there, you totally could too. All right, now let's do this. Let's get some Mod Podge. And where's my white glitter? I'm gonna need to be careful. Actually, let's just dry it real quick. Because we're gonna do some white glitter on the cupcake. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, what a blessing, Sherry. And what a servant's heart. You definitely have a servant's heart to teach children. So I think we're gonna do this before we do because we're gonna outline some of this and even make it come to life even more. This is absolutely adorable, but you guys, when we do some black line work on it, oh my goodness, it's gonna be adorable. All right, so we're just going to, not everywhere, I mean, we don't have to have it everywhere, but we're gonna lay some Mod Podge. Pretty good layer of Mod Podge on here. And we're going to then sprinkle. This doesn't have to be in any certain way. You're not gonna see this. Like, I'm going every which way with my brush strokes, and that doesn't matter on this because you're not gonna see it, it's gonna dry. But you wanna do it quick enough to where you can get some glitter on there. All right, let's just sprinkle it on. OMG, this is gonna be so cute. This is gonna be stinking adorable. There we go. And I just sprinkled a little bit of glitter on that. I mean, it may seem like a lot, but I'm just gonna toss it off and blow it. Okay, now I can still see some glue in there, but that's totally okay, but we have to have that dry. Because before we go put on hot glue or Mod Podge on our hearts, and we're gonna do some of this pink. Because if you do it right now, our pink glitter will also show up on the hearts or on the cupcake, which some of them may, it doesn't. I mean, it's not a huge big deal. All right, so let's do a little here. A little bit here. So here you can see kind of just how messy I'm doing the Mod Podge. You couldn't really see it earlier on the white, but you can definitely see it now. So you can tell I'm not super, like, I don't care about it being on covered on everything. I just want something for the Mod Podge to stick to. Or I'm sorry, the glitter to stick to. Let's go ahead and use some of these little ones. Okay, so actually, this is really fine. I'm gonna have to, we probably need the bigger one. Maybe we should have covered up the heart because this is gonna be kind of cute. This is a lot finer glitter and it would have been really cute to have the entire heart. But I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be so cute. Oh my goodness, look at that glitter and sparkle. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it, you guys. Let's shake it off. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. Now those white spots in there are gonna dry clear. Okay, that's just the glue where it's wet. All right, let's add some line work and then we're gonna be done. My goodness, this is a precious. Okay, so I'm gonna line my lines. I'm gonna probably use a lot of this, okay? You go with what works for you. If you don't like the look, then definitely don't do as much. Or you don't have to do this at all. You could leave it the way it is. Or You could use a completely different color. You could do the same thing as me, but use a completely different color, white, or if you wanted to bring in another color, or you wanted to do the line work around the edge, pink, to bring some more of that in. You can totally do that too. So we're just gonna line some of the lines right now. Remember, scribbly, it's not perfect. They don't always intersect. You want this to be, just kind of look very natural. Okay. Now look what that did to it. Pretty cool, huh? So cool. Okay, let's do this. Let's do a little swiggle and then do some 3 lines here. Or 3 dots, sorry. That's super cute. We could do some lines kind of like here, but I don't want to do too many because I don't want to take away from her little eyes. Okay, and you could also do that with white. And so now we're just going to kind of outline the icing. And this is where inside here, where you have these lines inside that are covered up right now. So make sure you keep this in front of you when you're doing this, because you have those that you can refer to. So there's also one, hold on, I'm actually looking at it too, but it doesn't want to stay where it's supposed to stay. There's one right there. And then this one goes all the way. Now you can definitely, you can do this before you do your glitter if you want. It doesn't really, I don't think it really matters. It just may get on your paint pen. There we go. See how that brings it to life? The little line under her smile looks like a dimple. It does. That's so cute. That's adorable. Hold on, let me get the glitter off of this. All right, let's go ahead and outline the hearts. A little bit. I don't think anything's wet on here, so I can lay my hand on it. Yeah, I'm definitely getting glitter on my paint pen. It's okay. I'll clean it off with a wipe. There you go. Isn't that precious? I love it. So I think many of you want to craft with me. So I'm going to send the first 3-day printables out to you guys today. And I'm going to go ahead and make myself commit. Where's my lid? Commit to knowing what I'm going to do the next 2 days, because I don't always know until usually that morning. What I usually pick one of them and I'm like, okay, I'm filling this one. I don't ever want to be stuck to anything, but I'm going to do that for you. So I will mail all 5 printables, okay? This is an 8x10. Yep, this is an 8x10. Glitter boogies, I love it. Yes. So be looking for an email. If you're not on my email list, put email below and I can make sure that you are on our email list, because you can craft with me tomorrow and on Wednesday. So I'll send all 5 to you. I'm super excited for this. Who in here is loving this so far? I hope you guys do. Let me know if you do. This has been really, really fun for me. Michelle loves it. Sherry says it's amazing. This has been really fun for me. Just being creative, okay? Sometimes we just have to step away from the hustle and bustle of, you know, just always doing what we need to be doing Me, Michelle says, and just being a little bit creative. So that's what this is about. I would love for you guys to join in with me inside the VIP group to do the rest of the 30 days, because you guys are getting 5 and it's amazing. So I can always give you more info on that. I would love to have you in there, but you're going to get through the next 2 days. Check that out. Y'all, I'm in love with her face. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely adorable. So glad you guys joined me. See how much, like that would have been absolutely adorable just on the paper or just on the canvas and maybe just a solid background. It totally would have been fine. But the stripes just bring something different to it. I mean, you could put polka dots in here. You could do a background like we did yesterday. If you watched yesterday's, that would be really cool to do kind of the watercolor flicky part like we did yesterday. So yeah, think outside the box when you are doing these. This is another one of my favorites. Each day I do one, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. So you're gonna have to join. So tomorrow it will be noon as well. I totally get you, Sherry, and you know that I will welcome you in anytime, my friend. I do love you. So tomorrow at noon, and then Wednesday will be our normal 2 o'clock time, okay, for Workshop Wednesday. We'll wrap up our 5 days with that. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I am actually going to get started getting that laser running and getting some more of your guys' orders cut. Remember, we released 2 new things today. Let me show you one. For those of you who are still here, I'll show you one of the pieces that we released today. We only released 2. Only 2 this week. So it's this, and then last year we did our little pom-pom bunnies inside the subscription box group, and it was so much fun. And so those are available on the main page now. Subscription group had access to them last year, so now you can join in all the fun for them. Let me get a little bit of this out of the way, but it's not wet, so it's not going to do anything. But we have these adorable little shelf sitter bunnies. These are tiny. These are, and I think these are very budget friendly. Look at that. Imagine painting this a pretty color, pretty pastel color, or like scrapbook paper on the back of that. So each one is going to come with a stand, and that will sit right on top of it. These are precious. These are precious. Let me verify what I had them priced at, because they're super budget friendly. Oops, no, that's not right. Hold on. They're only 12 and they say 14. Hold on. Where's it at? Hold on. Floral bunny shelf sitters. They're only 12. There we go. Aren't they cute though? They're so cute. I love them. I think they're absolutely adorable. You missed those when you ordered yesterday? So these didn't get released till today. Sherry, if anybody placed an order yesterday and wants to add these, you can place another order and use the coupon code LOCAL, L-O-C-A-L, and it will not charge you shipping. Make sure you put in the notes section to combine with your previous order. And if you want to shoot me an email, you can totally do that as well, or a Facebook message, you can do that as well, just to make sure we're double covered. But you can add them to your order. I have not shipped anything out from Friday. Okay, so if you have any open orders, you can add to them, just say local. You just have to know that it may take me a little bit longer to get it to you, because now I'm cutting new product. But aren't they so cute? But a little bit longer, meaning instead of me shipping it in 3 days, maybe it will be 5. So these are cute. I will have to grab the bunnies, our pom-pom bunnies. They are in my house, and I can show them to you, but there's pictures of them from last year. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.